Hi, my name is Deborah. Welcome back to yet another episode of Screwed by Rockland County Courts. Hi, welcome back. During the last 3 episodes, I went over some documents with you, sharing transcripts, an order that Judge Alfieri issued and signed, as well as reading off of the document that pertained to my appeal. Today I would like to start off going a little bit back and going over the order that he did issue closing my case. During this time, I did meet with an attorney who chooses to remain anonymous, and he went over with me, he went over my documents with me, and he did refer me to a document that he did send me that is from Westlaw, and I would like to read to you what it means to issue a false instrument, and that's what it is when Judge Alfieri issued the order closing my case, stating that it was abandoned for over 2 years. So I would like to read that law to you right now. We're going to start here. This is Penal Law number 175.35. A person is guilty of offering a false instrument for filing in the first degree when 1. Knowing that a written instrument contains a false statement or false information, and with the intent to defraud the state or any political subdivision, public authority, or public benefit corporation of the state he or she offers or presents it to a public office, public servant, public authority, or public benefit corporation with the knowledge or belief that it will be filed with, registered, and recorded in, or otherwise become part of the records of such public office, public servant, public authority, or public benefit corporation. This goes on longer, and I'm going to stop there because it goes on to filing in the second degree, which doesn't really apply. But it is, quite disturbing that, again, this is all going on, and this is my life. So my life, my children's life, are being put in the hands of a man who, again, chooses not to read documents. He can't recall why he called you into court or why you're there. He chooses not to even care that he is destroying a family. The most disturbing part of this is that he is getting away with it. So I really feel from my heart that this is just so wrong. And again, I know people have reached out to me, and I really do appreciate that. And when you come forward to me, like some of you have already, I would never release any of your information until you feel comfortable, whether coming on to this webisode and joining me, if you'd like to call in, or come in and maybe, just not feel comfortable showing your face. Your stories are just as important as mine. And this type of behavior by a Supreme Court judge is just not acceptable. And again, everyone's lives are affected by his decisions, and his decisions are being made by, again, not reading documents, not knowing who you are, not doing his job before you even walk into court to meet with his staff, to know during that day when you walk into court, these are the cases he's going to be handling. This is our life, and especially when you're coming in for a divorce action or just a genuine civil action, one should be, treated with respect. We're not coming in as criminals. I can surely state for myself, I do not want to come into Judge Alfieri's court and annoy him with my divorce. I'm forced to do that. Not everyone has a spouse that's willing to work with them and let's get this done, and this is just the way it is. It didn't work out. I want this over. I don't need to come into a court and have a judge who sits on the bench now become my mom or my dad, who has to sit there and make little decisions because a couple comes in and, like a baby, they want to fight over this and this and this. See, I'm not looking to fight. I like peace. I'd like to move on with my life. I am forced to come into court, and I have a right to be heard, and I have not, and that is not justice. Now, Judge Alfieri's actions have caused great harm to me, and what my attorney states to me clearly is what I'm left to do. I can go in front of Alfieri, go to trial, and as my lawyer states clearly, let him make the mistakes, the errors, the crazy decisions, or not reading documents, not allowing evidence in, all the things that he continues to do and get away with, and we'll just appeal him. Well, that's great for my attorney because it costs a fortune to go to trial. So let me go outside and I can go over to my tree and pull out what usually it runs like sometimes $45,000, to go to court, between them prepping you, getting you ready, and everything that goes on, and then take that, go back and appeal it. You're asking then to pay then for transcripts. Then you have to file a notice of appeal with the appeals court. And when you file with the appeals court, it is just the way it is. You can't just have your lawyer file directly with the appeals court. It has to go through a special printer, and the printing costs thousands of dollars. So again, do I just go out and pick that off my tree? So it doesn't benefit anyone to go in front of Judge Alfieri, be told by their attorney, you could just appeal him, when they just think that you have money growing on trees. So I would like to say that that is clearly not justice. That is not justice at all. Thank you for joining me. Until there is change in our judicial system, there's a lot more of this to come. Please follow me on Facebook, Screwed by Rockland Courts. Subscribe to my Screwed by Rockland Courts YouTube channel. Twitter at ScrewRockLaw, and on my website, screwedbyrocklandcourts.com. If you would like to email me, I can also be reached at screwedbyrocklandcourts@gmail.com.